Coach, now a lot of people may not think that this is nothing, but you have a lot of time. You foul right away. Looking at the scouting report, he was about a 67% free throw shooter. When he missed the free throw, right, did you tell your players before that game, hey, look, if he gets the ball late, we want to foul him because he's a 67% free throw shooter? Talk to me about why you didn't use that timeout. What was going through your mind with that timeout, not using it, trusting your players?
Really, I was watching as he got into the shot. I was looking at his balance, which was very good, and the way the ball came off his hand, which was very good.
Coach, I want to take a look at this clip, and then we're going to talk about it.
Trimble accelerates, and Trimble ahead of the pack.
Bogavats is the guy that made that play. Kept the defense on.
Coach, you're down 19. You call this timeout. What does that huddle look like? How are you constantly telling and motivating your players, hey, look, there's so much game left. We are not out of this game. How are you doing that?
Well, we had been in that position so many times, so it was just a reminder of like, look, we've been here, but we got to get back again. Like I said, we got to get back to being us. Like we're not doing the things that we talked about doing. We're not doing the things that we've done all year long. And really that was it. We got to go one play at a time. After they scored there, it was like, all right, we got to come out and we got to have a good offensive possession. That doesn't mean like we're going to score every possession, but we need to go have a good offensive possession, and then just have a good defensive possession after that, and not let one affect the other.
Coach, I want to watch this set play that you guys ran after a timeout.
Race are so big, it's tough to get the ball inbounds.
And Bell gets it into the hands of Lewis. Now it's Djokovic.
A little pin down and a curl. I like this play.
Djokovic kick. Hill doesn't take the logo jump shot. Instead, the step back jump. It's good. He is money.
Coach, you're down 5. You call this timeout and you draw up this set play. Coach, can you kind of break down this set play for us?
Yeah, it kind of combines some actions that we had in the offense. We like those wide pin downs, so it went to a wide pin down. We hit our big at the high post there, go pin down on that strong side, curl into a ball screen, an inverted ball screen. Honestly, what I was hoping to get was to get Lazar, our big guy, downhill versus their guard. They kind of jumped that early, but it forced that switch. So now they, obviously coming out, Hill's the guy that's scoring for us, and that's who they want to make sure they have their best defender on. Well, now we're able to switch that, get that switch, and then that allowed Terrence to do what he does, right? It's just moving those pieces around, creating the advantage that we want to create, and then let a really good player go make a play.
You do something that is very crucial and important. I want to take a look at it, and then we're going to talk about it.
North Carolina. They've been lackadaisical getting food.
He missed it. 2-point lead.
Stretching again.
Coach, now a lot of people may not think that this is nothing, but you have a lot of time. You foul right away. Looking at the scouting report, he was about a 67% free throw shooter. Coach, was that when he missed the free throw, right? Did you tell your players before that game, hey, look, if he gets the ball late, we want to foul him because he's a 67% free throw shooter? Or was it just a reaction to the players did? Hey, look, we can foul. We have some time. What was that? Was that a scouting report, or was that just more so a reaction?
No, yeah, we wanted the foul right away. Even if he had made the free throw, it would have been a 1-point game. Shot clock would have essentially been meaningless. I think it was just over 30 seconds, right? So it would have been like a 1-second difference. So that was something for us. Like we wanted to foul right away, not necessarily like, hey, we want to foul this guy. I think sometimes we get caught up in like, well, we want to foul this guy, right? Or, we want to get a trap first and then they throw out and then you waste all this time. I like lengthening the game. So the moment we could foul, we wanted to take that foul, send them to the line with some game pressure on it and give us a chance that now we can get another possession and another possession and another possession, to keep trying to come back and win the game.
Coach, now this next clip, you don't call a timeout. You're down 2, and I want to go over this.
And step into the ball.
VCU is down by 2. Shot clock is turned off. Hill Hands it to Bell. We're down to 17 seconds left.
Don't let Bell get him, but Basar can't guard him out there. Switch.
12 seconds left. Hill accelerates. Tie game on the layup.
Timeout. Talk to me about why you didn't use that timeout. What was going through your mind with that timeout, not using it, trusting your players?
Yeah, I mean, I did think about it during the play. On the initial, we didn't need it. Again, that was kind of we knew they were going to switch. We wanted to kind of throw back and throw it into our big and try to get a layup that way. They did a good job kind of stepping up early and not letting him get great post position, so we didn't throw it in there. I did at one point think, like, should we just call the timeout? But once it got, back into Terrence's hands, he was our best scorer, in kind of a chaotic situation for them defensively. If you call timeout, they can set their defense. But the initial, we didn't need one because we were coming off the walk up and we kind of had our plan for what we wanted to do. Once that broke down, I did think about it, but we also do a lot in those situations of, playing in chaos, right? And having a plan in chaos and not just be out there running around like crazy. So I did have confidence in those guys to find the right places and make the right plays.
Shot clock, the game clock.
When you're tired, it's usually defensively you give ground.
VCU down by 1. Jennings.
Nice shot fronting inside by Powell.
Here's Hill. Step back, Jay. Oh, yeah!
Coach, a big, huge shot. Coach, how do you teach that? Or is it something that you teach? Or is it just something that you trust your players enough? You've seen that he's done that in practice 1,000 times. How is that?
Yeah, I mean, we ran another action. It was kind of a horns ball screen to a flare screen. Again, trying to get those mismatches, trying to create, certain mismatches. We were actually even looking to see if they would mess up a switch and we'd be able to get a slip for our big. But once it got back to Terrence, we had the matchup we wanted. And from there, it's the work. It's the work he's put in. Our assistant coaches do a great job player development. They're down in court with those guys, as much as they're allowed to be. Seems like all day, every day, they're down there working on certain things with them. That's a shot I've seen him take 1,000,000 times, right, in the year we were together. And, really I was watching as he got into the shot, I was looking at his balance, which was very good, and the way the ball came off his hand, which was very good. I didn't even need to see the ball go through the net. Once I saw his balance and the way it came off his hand, I knew it was good.